Are we recording?
Yeah.
Right then, hi guys, we've come out again. Wasn't planning on making another video today, but we thought, why not? We're going to go canoeing on Loch Ard. We'll show you a wee bit about what we do, the boat we use, why we use it, and talk a bit about safety as well if I can. And we're going to cook up a hot lunch on the island that you might be able to see behind us. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Bye. Do you want to hold that for a minute, Eve?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Oh, that's good. We did a daisy chain, we did it wrong.
I'm still recording, by the way.
You're still recording? That's fine, you got it?
Yes.
Is that your happy face?
Yeah.
But this is the back of the island that you usually don't get to see because the road is obviously on the other side, and if you look through the trees you can see there's a wee fisherman's bothy that we always go in, and there's nearly always abandoned stuff in there like soups and stuff. We never take any of it. Cut where we're on the island. It doesn't take long, and it takes about 10-15 minutes. There's the boat up on the side. We're going to go and have a wander, have a look in the bothy, and then we'll cook up some food and we'll talk about the boat a little bit as well. Here we are, we're on the wee island of Eilean Gorm. It's in the middle of the of Loch Ard. There you go, there's the name of it. Not a lot really to tell you about the island. It's small, it's out of the way, but there is actually a way that you can walk to the island so you don't have to come on a boat.
Okay, let's go in.
Go on then, after you.
Let's give it a big push.
Oh, look at that.
That's new.
That wasn't here before.
A few pots and pans.
No, there's
Look
some
like
shortbread over here. Well, at least a box. Yeah, there's actually shortbread in there.
I think.
I wouldn't want to be eating that. though.
No.
What goodies have they got in here today?
Got leftover porridge.
Instant milk or gas? They're both nearly empty.
You can take them if you want.
No,
They're nearly empty,
it's all for the fishermen. They've repainted it as well.
Aha, get rid of
It
some of
was
the mould.
never this clean before. Do you remember when we had the fire going in there, Eve?
Yeah. I went out, you text signs to make it burn, and I text them and asked them finding the fix.
You did, that's what I remember. It was cold that night, wasn't it?
Yeah. And we put a door on the thing to stop people from
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? We locked them and we jammed the door. Right then, well, Eve's gone off exploring and we're going to start getting sorted for some food.
Can you help me? There's a slight gap if you look.
There's a gap. You can navigate it.
I
think it's there that you pull it. Actually open.
Put that up. As far as it 10 on yours. As far as it 10. I think.
Yeah, of course you can. Be careful.
Right, you ready to put some of these in then? Good?
Do you like it?
I don't like the seas.
I'll rate you. So how are you cleaning the pan?
With dirt. And then just give it a quick wipe out with tissue, a wipe, a bit of water, anything you've got, a wee cloth, anything. But yeah, I always clean out just with a bit of dirt. And then if I use a bit of moss, I always put it back where I found it and it tends to grow. So yeah, it's a bit unconventional, but a bit of dirt. Right, that's the boat that we use. It's a Gumotex Scout. I think it's the Explorer version because they do two different sorts, and I'll show you roughly what the difference is in a few minutes. And I'll tell you why we use this actual one, and more importantly why we use an inflatable and we don't have a hard canoe like an Old Town Discovery. This is one of them, and it's basically like a roll top bag, so you can see the clip there, and you can open this up, so when it fills with water, if you're going down white water, it can just go straight back out again. Water does come in, but it also goes back out again, and it just means it doesn't fill it with water too much. And because it is really quite buoyant, because it's inflatable, it just means that you don't get a boat full of water. So if it rains or you end up tipping the boat over, it's a whole lot easier to right it and just get all the water out. On the model that we've got, you also get loads of extra tie-on points as well, and we do use them a lot for putting in dry bags when we go camping and stuff like that. You also get this, which is the additional foam on the seats. In all honesty, this foam is a load of crap. It all gets damaged, it's cheap, it comes up, it's rubbish. I wish they hadn't bothered even putting it on, because it doesn't really make any difference. It just makes it look quite cheap in my opinion. You also get these bolts underneath. Now we put them underneath, I'm not sure why that will come out. Just there. Now I think you're meant to have them on top. We put them underneath just to put them out of the way. And also you get these extra bits down here. Now we've never used these, but basically it comes with a webbing system that straps you into the boat. So if you're going down white water, so you end up not being bounced out, you can strap yourself in like you can do with whitewater kayaks. But as I said, we've never actually bothered using them. It's got 3 seats, which work fine for us. I'll tell you about how we paddle it in a minute. And at this end, it's got 3 points to inflate it. You've got these ones here, and you've got one down there in the floor just there. And that's a release valve. So if the pressure gets too much in the floor, then it basically, there's a revalve in there that lifts up. It just lets the air out, so you'd end up not popping the floor. It's got a one-way valve sort of system. If anyone's got one of those Trossachs inflatable pillows, it's basically the same sort of system that they've got, so you can press it and release the air, except it's an actual clip, so you can just push that in and it releases all the air out. We don't actually pump it up with this, we just go with this as a backup in case there's an issue, because we use an electric pump that we got from Decathlon for about £50. Now the fabric is really quite hardcore. It's a lightweight version of the same sort of material that they use on rib boats or inland like lifeboats and those sort of inflatable boats, but this is obviously just more of a lightweight version, which works really well. It's really hardcore. You can see odd scratches on there, but that's just the paint. That's about the paint. It's just the colouring on it, because even if I just rub a nail across, you can see the marks on it. So it hasn't got any marks on it at all. If I show you underneath, there you go. Right, it's got a few, we say marks on the bottom, but in all honesty, it's like on the side when I was rubbing my nail across it. It's got no scratches, no real marks on it. It's awesome. It works really well. Now on the front, I'll show you actually on the back here. Moment, Eve. It's got these hardened rubber bits on the end. It's not made out of Kevlar or anything, but it's almost like a really hard plastic. It works all right. It's a pity it doesn't run further down, just further down the middle of the boat or down here, but it does all right. It protects it in case you sort of hit something, but you really want it more underneath. But as I said, underneath it's in really good condition because this boat's a few years old now and it's been used a lot with broken through ice on it and all sorts. Right, this is underneath, and the only issue with this is when you're using the boat, it's never really happened, but you can get bits of a stick or something else like that jab in there, and it's never really been an issue, but it's always a concern, always something that we are aware of. But the biggest concern for it, having that in the boat, if you don't need it, is with Eve, is her putting a foot through that, because it's obviously not as firm as this. So she puts her foot on that and it does go through, and it pushes it down about 8 to 10 inches. So then you end up having to pull it back up, roll it up the best we can. But it's never really been an issue, but it's just something that we do have to be careful of. Underneath the seats you've got these T-bars. We don't always use them, but we try and use them the majority of the time, simply because it adds a bit more stability to the actual boat. I think you're only really meant to use them in white water, but we do try now just to leave them in, just because it adds a bit more stability. Right, when we paddle it, we normally end up paddling it the wrong way. So we normally put the back as the front, simply because it makes it easier for when we're paddling it if there's 3 of us in it with gear. So that's how we paddle it. We actually paddle it back to front. So, but it just because it balances it out better. Because what we do when we paddle it is, because it hasn't got the bars that go across, we actually kneel on the floor and put our legs under here and put our bum on there, and that way we can just hold ourselves in the boat a wee bit better, a bit more securely, and then you can sort of balance it a bit better, especially when he's rocking herself in the boat and trying to jump out and do other various stunts. I'd like to use these ones. Got a little yellow one for Eve. Now we used to have 2 of these, but one got broke, so we've only got the one left now, and Eve always ties it on and likes throwing it in the water, trying to get it back. These are our ones. Plastic and metal, they're cheap, but they do the job really well. The only thing I don't like about it is because it's got a metal handle, if you're paddling and it's really cold, your hands get really cold because it's obviously metal. But apart from that, they work really well. Had them for years and they haven't really got much of a mark on them. Safety wise, just in case anyone's wondering, if we just put a boat on the water and go out without not knowing what we're doing, Sarah is a professional coach. She's got all her qualifications for canoe and kayaks and for rafting as well, so she knows what she's doing. She knows a whole lot more than me, and she'd probably have done this with you better and told you more interesting stuff and probably more relevant stuff. But I do take it out on my own because Sarah showed me everything that I need to know in case it flips or he falls out, and in case it punctures, how we can do an infield repair. And it works really well because it's so buoyant, because it's an inflatable. It doesn't tend to rock as much, so it's actually really stable. Now the only thing that we don't do with it, which I know some people like to do with rigid ones as a stunt, is put the feet on either side. I don't do that, but Eve does sometimes, and there you go. I'm coming. You putting the GoPro underwater again? Go on then.
You come.
Well, I haven't got waterproof. I haven't got wellies on like you. Is it underwater?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You videoing me?
Yes.
Because I'm videoing you.
Okay.
Put this stick down, it'll be a bit more stable if you want. Do you want some help? You bent it towards us. Awesome. Sweet then.
Well done, you. Proud of you. Right, are we ready?
Yes. Nice art though.
Yeah.
Honey.
I'm sorry. I'll have to paddle to you and we can just go around the circle.
Okay.
Can we help?
Yes.
Well, the lockdown stuff, so they never bothered. You can kind of understand, but it seems a pity.
The bit's gonna go up. Maybe. Why is it going round? Why is it going round?
Right, that's us back. So just going to get the boat deflated and put away, and that'll be that. So hope you've enjoyed that wee little video, and we'll bring you back for another one soon. So till next time, bye. You tired?
No.
You listening?
Yeah.
Want me to come down to you? There we go. Right then, I wasn't ever. Ugh. See, the moment I start talking, it goes wrong every time.
Just stop stressing, just redo.
Right then. Right, we weren't.
We're out on the boat for a bit.
Yeah, right. We were never. Right, I wasn't planning on making a video today, but we thought we. Oh, you see, every time it just goes wrong.
We thought we might do one anyway.
Right. Well, today we've come out. We
We'd come out on the boat for a bit.
have. We were never. Oh God, I'm doing it again. See, I can't do it. I just can't do it.
I think that's doing you.
Right, we've come out again today. I was never... Ugh. Right. See, every time I go to talk, you see. Right,
We came out today on the boat for a bit.
we've come out on the boat again. We were never... I wasn't planning on making a video about today, but... Oh, you see, I hate it.
He wasn't planning on making a video while we're out on the boat, but he just thought, why not?
I agree. So, we've come out again today. I wasn't planning on making a video about coming out today. We've come out...
Coming out today.
Can you hear all this? It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Well, I think at some point you want to add them in, or add that into a video, just so that we can say that you might make it look easy, but you're doing our struggle.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do something because that's ridiculous. Right, anyway. Right, so we've come out again today. Wasn't planning...
On the boat.
That's right. Thing is, Eve tries to help. Every time she talks, it just throws me totally off again. This is impossible. Right. So
We came out on the boat for a bit.
we have. Right. So we've come out again today.
And Daddy wasn't planning on making a video, but he thought, why not?
Yes, something like that. So we've come out again today. Wasn't planning on making a video, but I'm going to try, and we're going to go canoeing on Loch Ard. Oh,